Probably downstairs.
Welcome back to the pack, guys, and welcome to the Arena Watch podcast, week 45 of Arena. So, we just got done with week 44. I'm not done with my matches, so I don't know how it turned out for me. Not top 50, had some issues. Got crit twice this week, had other problems. The AI for MD didn't move to the spot I thought it would. It just took one step rather than three steps. I don't know why. I guess I know why. I've seen that happen before, but very, very rarely. So I didn't expect it there. I guess I wasn't so prepped, but whatever. I won't be here for the majority of the podcast. I'm going to step in towards the end. I have family things to take care of, so I will leave you guys with Celery. You will be in capable hands. If any questions come up, hopefully Celery could let you guys know that I'm not here. But yeah, so I'm going to step away and let Celery take care of literally everything.
All right. Yeah. Have a good time, Pack. Take care of your family stuff, and we're gonna be going through everything as best as I can. Going
Hopefully,
solo.
since there's no back and forth between us, the Metazoa's post should offer, like, you go through your thing first, and then you could probably do a read through of Metazoa's post. That would give you another, unless if Metazoa hopped on here as well. I don't know what his schedule is like. I haven't heard from him today, so or Trop, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But if you don't have any back and forth, you could also just do that.
Uh,
All right,
my biggest fan is here,
there you go.
so thank you, Star. I'm proud to have you as a fan. Uh, so yeah, the Arena Watch podcast had a rough first week of three turn. All of us getting silver this week. Uh, I think it's just the adjustment. I was really close to making a run at it, but I missed a kill on a 4-wake Nocturnus with Seraphy passive healing by just a fraction of just a sliver of health, and that ended up costing me 2 deaths one match. So uh, yeah, it's definitely taking some adjustments. I know uh, some people, like I know Avery was perfect through yesterday. She lost 8 points to a Baramos, so it's definitely something that can be done, and there's just by the fact that you're seeing silver at like minus 16. There's a lot of people who are handling this pretty well, but it's definitely something to consider. Uh, so Trop did get maybe the day of the after the reset. Trop did get a 4-turn match, getting that minus 4 points, which we were curious about how that would work out. And at least for his match, it was basically one mistake on positioning, which ended up kind of costing that because he completely sacrificed his turn 1 instead of getting in a hit with King She Slime. So that's something you can look at if you're mostly passing turn 1. See if there's any safe hits you can still take with those longer range abilities like King She Slime, Archdemon Bloom coming up, stuff like that, where Jessica and Dragon Lord, those sniper type abilities. How many people do you think lost their perfect to maintenance? I know. I don't think a lot lost their perfect to maintenance. I think, well, I don't know what a lot is, but I know there was definitely a good number who weren't able to do it. There was very only an hour and a half to do it if you didn't get it done before the maintenance. So depending on your scheduling, can be very difficult slash impossible to get it done in that time frame. Uh, so yeah, I don't know how to estimate that. I do know some people lost their perfect due to maintenance. Uh, hopefully, the moving forward, there'll be more chances. Same as every time I've missed out on a perfect week by one match. If you're the type that stays perfect for most of a week, you'll eventually get there. I do believe that. So, uh, let's see. So, this upcoming week, we're looking at Marshall and 225. So, uh, the the lower weight class that we haven't really seen uh, all that much. So that does make it somewhat interesting. Uh, and it is a fairly interesting map. I don't keep track of them nearly as well as some of the other guys on the podcast, so I don't know for sure if we've had this exact map before. But with the wings, all of the squares are reachable with your standard breath attack, that range. And the wings also give some good opportunities for more limited range units, where even the 5 range like overkilling machine and such can reach a lot. So there's two nice little columns there for keeping your king she slime from getting in the middle of everyone, but also a lot of space if you did want to jump forward with the king she slime. Probably going to be a lot of them again, because has a very strong martial attack. The beast team, I would expect, with uh, Marquis de Leon, Vera, and possibly Peacock. I don't even know if Marshall Week is going to be enough to make Peacock really work, but it'll be our first time seeing Peacock in 3-turn arena. And if you're able to find teams now, the big issue with Peacock, I think, and that's really gonna prevent him from working this week, is his only damage is Fritz. He has other attacks that effectively deal no damage, especially considering the boosted HP. So you're going to have to find teams that you can hit heavy with Frizz. It's not King She Slime. That's not other Peacocks. I mean, I guess he'll do fairly well against Vera and Marquis de Leon if you're up against the mirror match. I'm just iffy about it. I still don't particularly like Peacock with the limited range and only one element. But anything other than a heavy resist, he's going to hit really hard. So maybe maybe people will surprise with him. Uh, the I think it was Tengetsu actually ran Queen Slime this week, and he did really well. I think he lost his perfect yesterday, but I do think that the Queen Slime Marshall Slime team, now that Slime Tink is there, is going to be a force. With Slime Tank being able to hit hard just about everywhere in the map. Uh, I will probably be running some variant of my standard breath team. Uh, King She Slime. So let's see, 225, and I'm probably not bringing any heroes. Maybe Carver. Carver might be reasonable with the boosted Marshall for his bang attack. Uh, so that would be uh, like Great Dragon or Squid, depending on element. Uh, King She Slime, Dragon Lord True Form, or Nocturnus, depending on element. And Carver potentially, or either again Great Dragon or King She Slime. What's the other? If I were to run neither Carver, if I go three S ranks and two A ranks, I could do my standard with Boreal and potentially Vendor Ghost is now available. I don't know if he'll be ready yet for me, so it'd probably be something like Gigantus. Uh, yeah, I'm not. Hey, Nightblades, thanks for joining us here. Us being mostly me. Pax off uh, with his family right now, and Trop is playing Elden Ring. So just me this week holding down the fort. Mm, let's see. So and then I do want to put out anytime someone new joins uh, that this is we're hosting this week in Kage's Discord under the Pack on Air channel. So anyone who wants to jump in and ask any questions in voice is more than welcome to. Uh, one big thing I mentioned it, I guess briefly at the beginning, but one big thing we want to address this week is the new pacing. Would have been nice to have anyone who did manage to perfect this week, but I do think that uh, the the new arena I think is much more skill based than the two turn arena. In that I believe that most matchups will be possible to 128 with perfect play, whereas two turn arena there were some matchups that were not. Uh, there was just effectively no way to win depending on the uh, the setup in the beginning. But that extra turn does a lot to mitigate any factors that used to guarantee missing out on a perfect 128 now is just can be a difficult 128. Uh, and one of those being healers and supports. If you're hanging back to bait the enemy team in because you don't have a good engage, you do still have to have a plan to deal with any support types, which will still run backwards and buff, and then turn two, maybe they move up in order to get closer to other units that have moved up. But that's something that did catch Trop with enemy Kirill not being able to get in range and take it down within the 3 turns.
Hey, what's up? So just popping
Hey,
in for a bit.
yep.
Listen.
So while you're here, have you been listening in?
I haven't. I've been playing Elden Ring, but now I'm just taking a break, editing videos for
Yeah.
boss fights. So
So
I
yeah, I
can
went.
talk.
Yeah, I went through how we did this week, how we're all getting silver this week, and some of the changes with the 3 turn arena. I put out that I think it's actually better or more skill based. There's no longer a matchup where it's just completely impossible to 128. I think.
Hmm.
Because before, depending on your matchups, you could get something where someone runs away turn one, and it was just absolutely impossible to get to them without suiciding in the 2 turn arena.
It's true. So it is more flexible that way.
Yeah, so
It's
I
something to adapt to the extra HP because I got really screwed this week. I feel like we all had some adapting to do.
yeah yeah, there's definitely some adapting, but I do think it'll be better in the long run. uh, Less ability to be, lose out on a perfect week due to just positioning, just enemy positioning. You can still, get mess up your own positioning and miss out on a 128. So, uh, then what are you gonna be running any playing by the rules, or are you just gonna be doing a standard 125 weight?
Mm, 225 is gonna be tough
Or
because
yeah,
I wanted to kind of play by the rules with the units I have, and I'm just thinking of different permutations. Like I want to fit Striking Sabercat in there, but I don't know how. Because Striking
yeah,
Sabercat on 40% Martial is going to be pretty good. I don't know.
yeah. I think I did mention, as far as permutations, the 350 weights and 2 A ranks gets you to 220. So you could be running Striking Saber Cat and either Gigantus or Boreal or Claude, something, not necessarily completely. The second one wouldn't be playing by the rules, but one of the other really strong A ranks.
Yeah, like if we run 2A ranks, that's 70 weight, right? So
Yeah.
you could run 3 S's and 2 A's, but what other A is really strong Martial? Do
I
we
don't
have
think
any, or
there's.
are we
I
pretty
don't
limited?
think there's any
Oh,
strong martial A rank, because any uh, striking saber cat's the only one that has a martial bloom, and so any of the other A ranks that have martial abilities would just be the old the old damage and also only B rank. So
makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I think the ideal team to bring, personally, at least for the base three, if you can.
Oh, yeah.
is Queen Slime
Nightblade's
leader.
mentioned Wartorse. Wartorse has
Or twice.
an A rank Zam Marshal. Uh, the question being, he's only has 2 movement and only, the AoE, the rolling attack AoE range. Like that is incredibly limited range for Arena.
It really is, yeah. Like and he doesn't even get a 3 with the blue.
I don't think so because he's just straight tank.
Oh wow.
I'd have to check. I haven't bloomed mine, so I'd have to check. Maybe he does still 3. That's killing. OG killing machine range. If he does get 3 move, that's still not much. Uh, yeah, I don't think playing by the rules would be worth bringing him.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Um
Nightblade says he thinks he gets 3 move. I still don't think that's gonna be. That's that would be incredibly limited. The only thing I could see is maybe if you're because he's a defense tank, so like you want to bring him against physical, but a lot of the physicals you face, you have to worry about crits anyway. It's there's doesn't have a lot to offer for Arena. But yeah, the 3 S's would be King She Slime. And then would you be running Metal Dragon, and who's your third?
um oh I have an idea of a quote unquote for free to play permutation that you can make, like based off tickets and everything. You could make King She Slime, Metal Dragon, Carver, and Malroth, and then only those 4 would take up the whole weight. But I don't know
Yeah,
that's what I might do because that's like units you are given either through a ticket or through farming or through whatever. I don't know if it's going
yeah,
to be the best team, but I think it's going to be good.
yeah. I don't know how much I like Malroth. He's gonna hit hard in that line, but and of course, he has the lightning storm for if there are zap weak units. Uh, but I don't. Yeah, it might work. I do like. I did mention Carver when I mentioned potential teams I might run. Was if I run the 4 unit team with 1 hero, Carver actually does fit fairly well as long as there's a target for him with his exploding knee. So yeah, apparently Knight did make it through the week on with the win, stayed perfect. So congrats on that, Nightblades. So
Yeah, I'm really proud of him. He hasn't won in a while, and then goes on to win the first 3-turn arena.
yep.
He's adapted better than us. We were kind of better at the 2-turn arena, and now we have to adapt.
Yeah, yeah. It takes some adapting. Our teams are. I do wonder if with how many people were perfect, at least uh, through the maintenance and even after that. I think there was still a bunch. Uh, I do wonder if people who had teams that weren't really built well for the 2-turn arena are the ones that are all the new perfects, or if it's people who have mostly been doing well already and they just figured out the 3-turn a little bit quicker than us.
I wonder that too if it's like a combination of both.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think King She Slime, Metal Dragon. I used a couple times this week. I generally liked him in the 3-turn arena, which is what I said on last week's podcast. I think he does fairly well. Uh, Hits that typeless AOE damage and is pretty tanky as long as you're not tanking like uh, Dragon Lord. Like basically Dragon Lord or Dragon Lord True Form. Anything else, he's got that massive defense and really good HP. So he can tank quite a number of hits. Uh, Even more Alina's running around now, if that's even possible. I wonder how much we'll see with the lower weight. Like Alina has been very popular for a while now, and but I think it was definitely exacerbated by the weightless week. So I think with 225 we won't see as many. And something someone mentioned, I think it might have been in the guild Discord. Someone mentioned that, oh, Alina, you have to focus all your units on her, and so you don't get to do anything else with your turn one. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing with the 3-turn arena. It's it. I feel like Alina is still fairly reasonable to deal with. And really, unless the rest of her team is uh, either, you know, not moving up at all, which is unlikely because that'd be a lot of supports, or if they're all guarding where Alina, like they put Alina all the way in the back. So when she moves up, she's within range. If you attack her, you're within range of all the others. That I had that issue with one match that I did, and I ended up having to risk a crit from her because my only option to kill Alina was to let her trailblaze through one of my units so that she'd be all the way on my side of the map, and I could take her out while the rest all moved forward, and then uh, go off on the rest of the team on turn two. So, but yeah, if the Alina's up forward, a lot of times she's real easy to just focus down as long as you're running spells and breath. Don't I? I actually that match I actually was only running Dragon Lord True Form for non-physical and martial, and it was kind of terrifying, like just hoping to get that 60% chance to hit. So not recommended.
Which so in my opinion, for anyone that has all the resources available, the best permutation to bring next week is Queen Slime, a leader, KSS, and Slime Tank, and then just MD as well. So that's four, and then for the 25 weight, that one's flexible. You could bring the Cub for Snooze, or if you really want Marshall, you could bring the Drag Racer, but I don't know because I don't know if even 40% is enough to really improve that unit. So maybe I
Yeah,
would just stick to bringing a good B unit, the best B unit you have, whether it's Marshall or not. And I
yeah,
think that's gonna do a lot of good next week.
yeah. I think bringing Dark Saber Cub or uh, Great Saber Cat would be probably your best bets. Probably Cub for snooze. Statuses are really valuable now with the 3-turn arena.
Hmm.
And you can take something out of commission that was, yeah, as long as you can keep your cat alive. Like you might even run uh, just like a straight HP on the Cub just to uh, be as safe as possible. Just assume you're going to be snoozing and not really using him for damage too much.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good advice. Like yeah, if you're bringing 450 weights, Dark Saber Cubs are your best bet, or maybe the cat if you taught it snooze, but it's not as fast.
Yeah, you need that speed for snooze, really. Uh, I think. In 2-turn we did that may change. Like it may be more viable now to let units run up and then snooze them. So it's something to consider. Uh, I think I do like the slime team plus Metal Dragon. But I do think that the Beast team. Let's see. I don't know which is stronger. So if you have Marquis Leader, Vera, Prism Peacock, and I did go over Prism Peacock. I still don't particularly like Prism Peacock, uh, but with Beast leadership, as long as you're not facing, and the boosted Marshal, as long as you're not facing heavy resist, you can try and just go. You can do a lot of damage as long as you can get enough stuff in range. I don't particularly like the rhombus type range. Things don't. I don't feel like things group up enough to where you're actually ever going to hit more than two.
Yeah.
Two is not. I don't feel like two is enough for the rhombus type attacks to make them really worth it. Uh, Cub doesn't have. Cub has snooze. It's right there. He's basically a hero. He doesn't have a move slot. He just came with 4 moves.
He's like only AW Psychos taught him that.
Yeah. What do you think about the map? Because I think it's pretty. I mentioned before you got here that I don't know if we've had this exact map before, but every square is reachable with the typical 6 range breath type attacks.
Mhm.
And then we also have those wings, which give some nice options for the lower range units. On top of having the obstacles for your King She Slime to hide behind. Uh, yep. Yeah, Terry, if you have Terry, uh, especially with Awakenings, he should be excellent this week. He's got that evasion. If you've got at least 3 to help counter other martial teams, which we expect to see a lot of. And then he does have that martial of his own, which should hit fairly hard in that rolling attack area. So that would be if you're running the 4 unit team. He's I would say pretty much a direct upgrade to Carver, as long as you it's not an incredibly poor matchup. So I think I'll go into actually, yeah, let me bring up uh Metazoa's post. Oh, okay. No, not there. There we go. Quest tagged. All right. Post, new post.
Oh, to like
Meta,
skip through it and see the key details like the must brings and stuff.
yeah, see what his thoughts on the week were, and then we'll comment on those. So, first thing he does is rep the Arena Watch podcast, so we always appreciate that. He actually got the picture into his post this time, so good on him for that. Raising up on the quality there. 6 to 8 range.
I can't believe I didn't remember beasts. Yeah, the beast core is going to be good too because you can even involve Saber Cat in that, striking Saber Cat.
Yep.
It's an interesting one. See, I got some videos loading here. I wonder why they're loading so slow. Taking up a
So,
lot
of
of.
course, he comments, same thing we mentioned of Metal Dragon, King Shi Slime. King Shi Slime, one thing to watch out for is Slime Tank being a relatively new unit and one of the strongest marshals does have a bang. His other A rank attack besides the 2 to 4 range typeless single target is a cross AoE bang marshal. So something to definitely be wary of if you are bringing King Shi Slime. One of Meta's recommendations for Prism Peacock is to take advantage of his high speed and 3 move. You can teach Prism Peacock Snooze or Fuddle to, you initiate and take out a unit since Prism Peacock is unlikely to do much turn 1, having only 5 range on that Rhombus Marshal. So that's an excellent point right there. Uh, yeah, he does mention Malroth. It's he does say that there's just a lot of downsides that come with him. I tend to agree with his analysis. That being 65 weight, it's a lot of investment for not as much upside as you'd like, unless you're Booski and have reinstalled the game with your max awake Malroth. Let's see, Carver. Yep, mentioned that. Slime and Tank. Key D. Leon. Vera. Yep. Gets Queen Slime gets the honorable mention. All right. Yeah, yeah, that's. I think we matched up on a lot of stuff. He mentions just being really careful about those high damage Marshall, uh, mainly the Marquis de Leon and Vera. That there's just if you leave something in range, they're gonna hit incredibly hard. I think over 1,000 damage, and if someone has max damage, you could. I think you can probably see maybe even as high as 1,300 and over up to 1,500 on turn 2 with Marquis buff. So be very scary if they're allowed to attack anything, and with their extreme range, they're highly likely to get that chance. Go back to this guy. See if I missed any chat. Will Metazoa will this week? So will he win this week? I think as long as Metazoa has the time to play, I believe he'll win this week. He's got a crazy strong Marshall team, and looking at it, even with boosted HP, I don't know how that team loses points. I think the low weight just helps it. It's an incredibly powerful team. Hey, Tengetsu, welcome to the Arena Watch podcast. Yeah, I think that's honestly about all I've got. Again, for specifically Tengetsu, but anyone else, we do have the Pack on Air channel in Kage's gaming Discord up. For anyone who would like to ask a question on air, and of course, asking questions in chat is always more than welcome. Will Trop lose points to Elden Ring this week? I would put that at 95%. I think Trop is going to lose points to Elden Ring. I don't know if he's actually there listening or not. So, but yeah, I do think that this week is a good chance for a lot of free-to-play and budget players to do well. Like Trop mentioned, maybe not Malroth, but the rest, Kingshi Slime and Metal Dragon and Carver, make a very strong core that free-to-play budget players likely have some good awakenings on, unless you're me. Yeah, that's about all I have. Uh, I'll open the floor to any other questions, and then we'll close it out here. I don't know how to end the podcast considering it's all on Pac's side. So we'll probably just hang out here, but I don't have a whole lot more content to go through. Uh, Guilds, we are hoping to see them. Let's see, it is the 26th. So if they're coming according to the roadmap, we expect to see an announcement today, hopefully. But who knows if that's going to go through. There was some speculation that the extended maintenance was due to installing the backbone, the back end type stuff to allow guilds to go up this month. So depending on whether all of those issues were resolved or not, that could very well uh, determine whether we see them this month or end up waiting into March. It's definitely, I think, a good thing to keep an eye on because if anyone remembers, Blossoming Door also came out on the very last day. I believe it was September, but it was the very last day of the roadmap, and it was the last thing on the roadmap left to come out. And it came out, and people were able to get, the month's worth of rewards. The wife's account has been deleted. I was not able to handle two accounts, so it was a very interesting experiment while it happened, and it did give me a good perspective to help out new players and all that's going on. But there's a massive amount of content uh, for a new player, so it's it takes a lot of time if you really want to catch up. I do believe it's entirely possible to catch up relatively quickly, like just a matter of weeks, with good account strategy. But it does take a lot of time, and there's a lot of stamina to use on a new account because you're leveling up so much in the beginning. So I wasn't able to keep going with both accounts. I'm not Vash, so I don't have that stamina. Speaking of which, I guess chat isn't here this week.
But with two accounts, you'd have double the stamina.
Yeah, I don't. God tier created content creator joined Arena Watch today. Yeah, we're very excited to welcome Insane Evil to the guild. He's been a top player since the very beginning. He's credited by just about everyone I know with helping them get those mini medals in the battle roads back before the higher ranks and the blossoming made a lot of them much more accessible. So we're very excited that he's still playing and that he's elected to join us. So welcome, Insane Evil, and hope you enjoy being part of the Arena Watch. It's not too bad. Went almost an hour. Yeah, good luck. Thanks, Tengetsu. But yeah, went almost an hour. You got a little bit of an assist from Trop in there. And other than that, I think that's not too bad for a solo podcast. But again, I have no way to close out this podcast until Pac checks in on us. Join the cell with Celery. Yeah, I will be posting my a video probably be up tomorrow because I'm gonna have to do my very minor editing and then upload it, which always takes a long time with my data. So, but I did record my Blossoming Door 38 strategy, which Mystic posted a probably more accessible version of. But I did fine tune it a bit this month so that I wasn't literally down to the turn in terms of MP restrictions on Stone Golem. So that was a good change.
I don't see Trop in here. What is this? Huh.
Oh yeah, Trop joined for probably like 10 minutes. I was trying to kill some time at the end here because I don't have the ability to end the podcast.
You don't have the ability to end the podcast. Yeah. Did he chime in at like once or twice? We get our token Trop.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. He chimed in on. We discussed what he's expecting to bring. Of course, striking Sabercat with its support group of other units.
Really? Striking Sabercat. Oh, it is a 225 weight week, so you do have to pull in some. Yeah, you do have to pull in some weird units like that, don't you? I was disappointed with striking Sabercat recently when I tested out and saw it was weaker than Claria. On Brilliance, it was weaker than Claria hit for neutral. I was so pissed off.
That won't be the case this week.
It won't. I mean, well, I still think with Brilliance, Claria would probably still hit harder. But yeah,
it should be about the same.
Could be. So he's basically normal now.
Yeah.
And if you do have the beast leadership, then he's really good. Then he's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. He's okay.
Yeah, with the beast leadership,
which he doesn't have. Trop doesn't have that though.
No,
I do.
Yeah.
Do we get?
Starscream was a great help asking lots of questions in chat.
Okay, good. Did you read through Metazoa? I know he has like the most martial units out of all of us. He got the luckiest, I guess, or he really went hard at it.
I didn't read, word for word like we did at least 1 week.
It doesn't work out when it doesn't work out very well reading it word for word. It's very slow. It's very hard to get through it all on stream. So I'm glad you didn't.
They're excellent. Yeah, they're excellent articles, but there's a difference between voice and reading.
Yeah.
But he hit a lot of the same points we did. I didn't really have any disagreements with him, or points that I think he missed. One thing that he did bring up that I didn't think of was if you are running the Beast team and you've got your Prism Peacock bloomed, Prism Peacock is an excellent status user.
status user? Like, what status does Prism Peacock
Like
do?
fuddle or snooze.
Oh, okay. So
For
you got to teach him it basically.
yeah.
Does
Well,
he?
because he doesn't. Because one of the issues I brought up when looking at Prism Peacock is that he doesn't. His only normal, his only non-taught ability that he can really use is his Rhombus Marshal, and it's not great. It only has 5 range turn 1, and it only, you're only hitting Frizz, so there's a lot of times that it's, gonna be, basically maybe a Kafrizz, like even with all the boosts this week, like maybe it hits as strong as, you know, the.
What about with Marquis de Leon?
I mean, I still think it probably hits. Maybe with Marquis and the boost this week, maybe it finally hits like Dragon Lord True Form.
It's not.
Maybe it
It's not
hits pretty
bad though,
hard.
right? Like this week, the map you could still get in range of like 2 units maybe and hit AOE. You don't know, right? I mean, I don't have him
Yeah.
ranked up, and I don't have the resources. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't. But if I
Yeah.
had him already, I wouldn't mind using him this week.
Yeah, I really
It would depend
gonna
on the team, like you said, Frizz weak team.
on yeah. Well, at least non-frizz resistant and
Mm-hmm.
like it's yeah. I don't particularly like him. He's a complete, like, even bloomed. He's a complete non-threat when it's not Marshall week. When it's Marshall week, I think he becomes a bit more of a threat, and I do think the 3-turn arena really helps him. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I just yeah, I don't know what his maybe his HP, especially with the new sword, the A rank sword, maybe his HP is actually can get high enough. Or maybe you just put like Okeanis on him or something. I don't know. I don't know how to use him because I also haven't invested in him.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with that HP sword. I might give it to. I think I could do Striking Saber Cat. That's not a bad idea. I was disappointed earlier, but maybe this week will finally be the week that it would work.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know my box, so I might juggle
yeah,
around doing martial units, but I think I don't know. Would I still bring OKM and other units if I would need them? I don't know. Because I definitely wouldn't
yeah,
bring Seraphy, so OKM's usage is good for turn 1 and 2, and then 3 his power is going to go down. Because I
yeah,
can't sacrifice bringing Seraphy or something stupid or like Gildan Britches to 3-turn arena. It's not happening for 225 weight. It's not happening on a Marshall week. But
yeah.
I don't
On
know.
Marshall week,
I don't know what I'm going to do. KSS. Can't do Peacock, so it'd have to be KSS, Marquee, Metal Dragon. How much is that already? That's a lot.
KSS Dragon's 150, so you could either bring 2 A ranks if you're bringing Sabercat.
Yeah, Sabercat. But I was thinking that I would also bring. Who was it? Metal Dragon, KSS, Marquis de Leon, and I don't know. Do I have any martial units that are S that I didn't mention yet? I don't think so. No.
Are we expecting Duel to come out this week?
I don't think so.
No, he's the
No.
third. He's the third.
He's the third one, so we'd still need.
So he's definitely not coming out this week.
Which is, poorly timed on their part, but.
Yeah.
Or maybe they. I don't know.
A lot of times
Maybe they just didn't want him to steamroll. They're gonna bring back another Marshall week, so we'll still have our chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think maybe Claria then. I don't know because she's just so good. Claria with should I give leadership to Marquis because I feel like the 20%'s nice, but I could give the leadership to KSS still and do pretty well. I just don't know. Can he one
I
shot?
don't
Would he be able to one shot a few Nocturnuses this week?
one shot.
What? It's a 50% bonus or 40%? 50, right?
I don't know.
I think it's 50.
That's
So,
what I was 50.
like, I think a low awakened Nocturnus, if he was like 1400 HP, I could probably take him out. Because I'm basically... No, hold on. I'm hitting 907, I think, on Nocturnus. But is that with leadership? Okay. Nocturnus with KSS leadership, I'd be hitting 857, and I think that's with my better equipment and not... What if I gave him the claws? Yeah, I don't know. It would have to be like a one awakened Nocturnus and like nothing crazy. No like Sizraz or whatever.
Yeah, he's really hard to one shot. I think Trop actually with the 30% HP, because before the boosted HP, Trop could one shot one awakened Marquis with Dragon Lord True Form, but with the boosted HP, I don't think King She Slime will one shot, but King She Slime plus Saber Cat would definitely kill.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's your team actually for this week?
because
Because I know you have a lot of breath units.
yeah, I think I'm probably gonna be going the 3S 2A route.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll probably be either Great Dragon or Squidzilla, depending on element. And then King She Slime and Metal Dragon. I think I am going to try and play by the rules.
A little bit, right?
Even though,
Because do you usually run KSS? Not always, right? Because you're just one awake.
yeah, it's just one awake, and I try to run KSS when there's blocks that open up extra avenues of attack like there are this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I like being able to
Position.
have
Yeah.
more overlaps, which those blocks allow KSS to fill that gap that you normally wouldn't be able to. So that's I'll probably be running KSS Metal Dragon every match, and then either Squid or Great Dragon, depending on matchup, and then either like Gigantus and Boreal if I'm running Great Dragon, or
I mean, Claria still does more damage than Gigantes does, and she's never going to miss. You don't have to build the... I know the HP's less, but you're never going to have to build the
that's
agility.
what I worry about. It's that with the Great Dragon, if I'm running Great Dragon, like I'm a lot of times I'm liking to initiate. So I like Claria with if I'm forced
Are people
into
going to bring in the Carver again and just try to do the single target?
I do expect to see Carver.
Oh, no. I have no way with... I have no way of dealing with him now because it's like KSS is going to be like some of my main damage. I know I do have a few typeless, but like I don't know.
Type really it. So and then I usually deal with him with like either Nocturnus or Dragon Lord True Form or Squidzilla, all hit hard for neutral damage, and or brilliant in the
Shit,
case
what
of
is Sharkai gonna do for this week? I mean, there's just Carver, right, for the Marshall. No, wait. Technically, Terry does too with the heal.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
his Miracle Moon.
Yeah.
Terry, I believe, is going to be pretty fantastic this week. So Terry, Carver, and then a third hero would bring him to.
I would bring KSS because he could do the Marshall boost. Because he should do a hybrid team. He should still do his. He's a hero, dude. He's a hero theme, but he could totally bring KSS to boost his heroes because he doesn't have any other way of boosting their Marshall.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah. Remember, heroes are 55 weight now. So.
Whoa, they are?
No, they're 60 weight.
60 weight. I was about to say.
Did they? They were originally 65. Okay, so 60. So he would go up to 280. So he doesn't really want to bring 3 heroes.
Yeah, it's just not possible. So I mean, he could do 2
Unless,
heroes, KSS, and then he has to really skimp on the rest of it. It would have to be an A rank, and I don't know, because he's 10 weight, higher. 10 weight, 10 weight,
yeah.
20.
Yeah.
So 20 weight
20
there.
weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could do the A rank, but then he would have to do 20 less than that, which is quite a bit.
Was that the S? That's a F rank, right?
15?
Oh, right. 15 would be
A D, like a saber cub. Yeah, basically a saber cub. But knowing Sharkai, he likes running Ghost for whatever reason. I guess the range.
Ghost. Yeah, Ghost or.
I would tell him not to.
Heal Slime.
Heal Slime's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, the wartime more heal is not going to be as useful, right, with the attack up. But he does have some units that are hybrid, so maybe if they have to use the zap or if they have to use something else, they could.
Yeah, I mean, Carver, a lot of times Carver can't use his bang attack after turn 1.
Yeah, the positioning is just horrendous for that.
Depends on your positioning and what you want to hit and all that stuff. So could see play. I think Carver's pretty reasonable for the week with the boosted Marshall. And
do you imagine how much Terry's going to heal himself for, though? Because it's based off of like how much damage he does is how much he heals himself, right? 10%?
I think 20%.
20%. Okay.
So if you get a good
AoE
dash and you get a good AoE because you got those, if you're Shark or Avery, you got those 3 stacks of evasion.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a chance to, with a little bit of luck against a physical or martial team, which we expect to see a lot of, I think you can easily hit 3+ on turn 2.
I like that striking Sabercat's going to be a fast unit. If nothing else, he is fast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I
Terry
think,
too is going to be fast.
Yeah, Trop has the right idea with that fuddle like he used in winning. It was A rank week, right?
Mm-hmm. He lost 4 points, I think.
I lost 4 points.
Yeah.
He won 1 week with striking Sabercat. Maybe it wasn't A rank.
No, he got close. He lost 4 points, but that was the fuddle week because he normally wouldn't do that well for A and below. I think once he did okay, but he really stepped it up that week. No, so I don't know.
So
we'll have to ask him. Maybe if he cared to turn his mic on, unmute himself, maybe that would help. But yeah, I won't hold you for much time. I'm probably running through all this stuff that you've already, or did I cover ground that you guys might have not covered? Hopefully, I don't know. Do we add to anything, you think? Or did we mostly rehash for me here? think the
we
Shark Eye
mostly.
stuff would have
Yeah,
been
the
new.
Shark Eye stuff was new.
Maybe Carver and Terry, was that new?
We did address Carver and Terry.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, that was Nightblades. If you read the chat, go up a few lines. Nightblade mentioned Terry being a cool hybrid.
It's unfortunate that what's his face is a C rank, right? The Man o' War. Otherwise, isn't he, or is he D? He should be a C.
He's C rank. Yeah,
that sucks
but
because Shark Eye could have fit him onto the team if he was just one thing below.
yeah, if he was D rank.
Yeah, that would have been perfect. I mean, that would have been a nasty unit to bring. If you guys could fit Man o' War somehow, I don't know what the weight would have to be to fit Man of War in, but if you guys could, that would be, you know what it would have been? A Dark Lord, an A rank, Dark Lord SS, and whatever else. Are there any martial Dark Lords? There are, right? The Malroth.
Malroth, which we did address Malroth. That Trop mentioned him as a potential for the 4-unit free to play team.
I think you could do a 5-man team.
Carver, Metal Dragon, Kingsley Slime, and Malroth, because a lot of people got Malroth as their ticket.
I'll throw my hat behind Malroth. I'll say Malroth, KSS, Metal Dragon, and then you could do like the Striking Saber Cat, and then like I said earlier, it would have been Man o' War. Man o' War is he would be hilarious. He's tanky enough. He can cheese with his status effects because the range is pretty nice, I think, for him. I don't know.
Does he get a third move with his bloom?
I don't know.
Or is he still only 2 move?
I don't have my game on me. I would check, but it's not on me.
Check that, because if he does have 3 move, even without it, he's obviously going to be the slowest unit in the match.
Oh yeah, so he could miss.
So even if he's only 5 range, he should be able to paralyze pretty reliably.
It's not just that; it's when he takes hits too. So if he deals damage or takes hits, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's any physical or martial. So even Metal Dragon missiles, you can transmit that signal back and paralyze Metal Dragon.
He's like the one unit that I would be like, even though he's slow, you could build him with HP because enough people hit him, he's just going to paralyze them eventually. But usually, so you could build him agility or you could do HP. Either or honestly would work for him, or both. You could do like a sword. Swords are more efficient for HP than any armor is in the game, apparently. You could do a sword and then like a jacket or something. Or you could do claw and jacket if you want to go full agility, whatever. There's a whole litany of things. But yeah, I'd throw my hat behind Malroth. If you guys want to use Malroth, go ahead. I would put my hat behind it. And I would say, KSS leader and Metal Dragon. I think most people have those units. Otherwise, it would have to be Schleiman tank instead of Metal Dragon. Depending on, again, typeless, and because you might want to have that full of slot is nice, but it's single target, right? Whereas the bang for him is the AoE. Whereas Metal Dragon has his AoE is the typeless. So, do you want typeless AoE or do you want bang AoE? That's kind of what you have to consider.
Yep. Yeah,
how are you guys going to do positionings for teams with Metal Dragon without Schleiman? Where would Metal Dragon usually go? And where'd KSS go? Behind those blocks? Yeah,
KSS is probably going to be behind one of the 2 pillars, depending on the enemy layout. Then Metal Dragon, he's probably just going to go anywhere, really.
Should he be the fastest unit on the team if he's going to, be in position for follow-ups, or does it not matter? Should we not rely on follow-ups?
I don't think it's a huge deal, especially with Metal Dragon. With Schleiman, I think it's more important because Schleiman has double the chance to follow up.
So it's occasional. other
Yeah,
than
it's
rare.
40% instead, and Metal Dragon is 20% at
Yeah.
rare. So I like if you can, then it's nice. But I don't think it's terribly important. I think just having that, uh, like I rarely use him, so I forget how much damage he does. But this week it should be, something like 800 plus, maybe even higher.
Mhm.
So that's a pretty powerful AOE. I did use him, I think, like a couple times this past week, and he's very reliable damage as long as you're not putting him in range of a Frizz or Zam non-physical attack.
Okay.
So
Well, I think that
uh,
that covers it then. Thank you guys for all tuning in. I know this is a atypical format. It's weird for me too. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and I appreciate Celery for being our new host for the week. Basically, I mean he's basically leading every week if you think about it. I just ask the questions. I was playing the part that Star did, but with my voice. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys same time, same day, hopefully. 5 p.m. PST seems like it's a good time, I think, for everybody. If not, it might jump, between 4 to 6 p.m. I'll usually throw adverts out there. You guys will know when it happens. Anyways, guys, this has been the pack. And if you want to join the pack with the pack, go ahead and subscribe down below. If you like this stream video, then like the stream video. If you have something to say, write down in the comments down below. If you want to support the Arena Watch podcast, go ahead and share. If you want to see more Arena Watch podcast, go ahead and hit that that notification bell. Hit that bell icon for notifications, guys. This ain't Twitch. Join Kage's gaming Discord server for all the best underground DQT conversations, and join my server for all the best DQT guides. Anyways, guys, this has been the pack. Signing out. Peace.